What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Propermma. Today I'm going to be going over this weekend's fight card by myself because my friend Larry, he's been missing for quite some time. I haven't seen him since the last UFC card. He's ducking a lot more than John Jones, so if you've seen him, please let me know. And I'm not going to go over like every single fight. I'm just going to go over a few fights in the main card. The first fight of the night, we got Ian Gary versus Michael Venom Page. I see a lot of people saying that Ian Gary is going to win this one, but I honestly think Michael Venom Page's experience in terms of even like striking is going to, come in handy for him because Ian Gary's pretty. I feel he's still pretty fresh in terms of just the sport in general. We've also seen him get caught a few times. I feel like he can be chinned. See, I'm not sure that he'll get knocked out per se, but I just feel like the exchanges that'll happen in each round, Michael Venom Page will get the better of him. So I feel like ultimately in the decision, I feel like he'll get a decision. If not, I feel like he could even knock him out, set him up with something tricky, and I can see him landing on Ian Gary's chin. Also, too, I feel like Ian Gary's not. I wouldn't say he's overlooking him, but he's been saying how he's not interested in this fight, and how he thinks um, he just thinks he's gonna go in there and make this look pretty easy. At least that's what he's saying in terms of his confidence and whatnot. Um, and I feel like if you compare that to what like Michael Venom Page is saying, he's talking a lot more about visualization and just getting stuff done. Seems Ian Gary's trying to like play some kind of mental warfare game with Michael Venom Page, but Michael Venom Page isn't really having any of it. He's just there doing his own thing, there for the fans, showing up like he always does. So yeah, this fight I feel ultimately goes to Michael Venom Page, and he'll move up somewhere in the rankings, maybe fight. I don't even know. Maybe fight Shafkat or someone, Jack Della Maddalena or someone like that. Who knows? But I feel like they're trying to push him quick to the title fight so he can fight Leon Edwards or whoever wins this next card coming up. But ultimately, yeah, I got Michael Venom Page either by knockout or winning by decision. I don't really see Ian Gary giving Michael Venom Page much. And then this next fight, I don't really have like. Uh, Honestly, I don't even know too much exactly what's gonna happen, just because it was put together so last minute. We had four different people who were supposed to be in the fight initially, but so many people kept pulling out. So the next thing you know, you got Anthony Smith, and now he's fighting someone even more last minute. So Roman Dolidze can go out there and he can go out there guns blazing, trying to knock him out, and somehow land and connect, and Anthony Smith goes down, or Anthony Smith goes out there and like just pieces him up for 5 rounds because Roman had like no preparation. Um, but I feel like Anthony Smith's experience once again, is going to play into this fight because he's had like what 500 fights or something like that, and I feel like he's seen it all. I don't think there's anything Roman Dolidze can really do much that surprises Anthony Smith. Plus, he's moving up a weight class, and Anthony Smith, I feel like he's a pretty strong light heavyweight already. So even on the ground, he has good jiu-jitsu. On standing up, I feel like Roman's pretty sloppy on the feet. Um, so I don't really see Roman Dolidze doing much to Anthony Smith in terms of MMA in general. So yeah, for this fight, I don't really have too much to say, just because, like I said, there's like not much to go off of in terms of like their training and everything like that, because it was put together so last minute. But yeah, ultimately, I see Anthony Smith winning, if not by decision, TKO somewhere in the later rounds. I could see that for sure. And then the co-main event of the night, we got Diego Lopez versus Brian Ortega. And this is another one that kind of came together a little last minute, so I'm a little unsure who to pick here. Like Brian Ortega, he's been in the top 5 for quite a long time, but at the same time, he in all the interviews he was doing and everything, he doesn't really look like he wants to be there. He's over here talking about once the fight's over, he's gonna try to process it all. He still hasn't even. He's still processing it and everything. Like, it sounds like he got kidnapped or abducted, and he's there against his will. And I feel like that says a lot. In terms of his mindset, he kind of seems like he already wants the fight to be over with, so he can just move on. Um, Whereas, like, you have Diego Lopez, who he looks really happy to be there. He's over there interacting with fans, smiling at the press conference, just having a good time in general. Um, Plus, just the fact that Diego Lopez is, like, his momentum right now is like so insane. He he's hungry. He wants it. I feel like their grappling is going to cancel each other's out. So hopefully this one stays mostly standing on the feet. And I feel like this is just going to come down to, like, who has more grit. Yeah, I just have a feeling Diego Lopez is going to win this. I feel like right now he's on a storyline, one of those storylines that you witness on, like, a YouTube documentary or something. And I feel like that's what he's going through right now. So we'll see what happens. Um, Plus, I feel like it does set up, like, a pretty good matchup between him and Topuria. I feel like that would be a good fight, or even him versus Max. You never know. Um, but I feel like the potential fights that he has lined up they look pretty good for him. So yeah, ultimately I have Diego Lopez winning by, I say TKO. I see him winning by TKO. And for the main event, we got Alex Pereira versus Yuri Prohaska 2. Another fight, like, this whole card pretty much has been put together last minute, which I feel like kind of makes this fight a little bit more interesting than it would have been if they had a full camp. Not that it wouldn't be better than if they did, because I think it would be better if they had full camp. But I do think that this makes it a little more interesting in terms of just possibilities. I feel like for Yuri, he has a little bit more going for him this time around. He's coming off of a win instead of an injury like last time. I feel like, yeah, even like a big narrative in the last fight was like Alex Pereira's leg kicks. How is he gonna do against him this time? I feel like Alex Pereira might be hesitant, if not, less willing to throw him because of his toe injury. I feel like his toe injury might make it a little bit more difficult for him to throw those leg kicks, because he might be, like, fearing the pain, or more breakage in the toes, because he's still recovering from it. So I feel like that might play into it a little bit. So, and then plus, we've seen his vlogs and everything. He's been traveling, doing his own thing. Where you have Yuri, he's been, as soon as the Rakic fight, he said he was immediately meditating, went back to training. He's doing everything he can to avenge his win. So I feel like this time around he's going to be a little bit more ready. And I feel like, everyone's saying Alex is going to win. Everyone has that narrative, but I feel like the short preparation that they've had, Yuri has more of an advantage. He stated before that the weight cut, he cuts little to no weight for light heavyweight. He's even thought about moving down to middleweight because of how easy it is for him to cut weight. Whereas you have Alex Pereira, who's going to have, like, a pretty heavy weight cut. We've seen how much he was weighing at the start of when he found out he was going to get the fight. So I feel like that's going to play into it a bit. I feel like, Yuri's going to have a lot less to worry about in terms of media, the weight cut, and all that. I feel like all he has to worry about is the fight, really. So, and I feel like Alex Pereira being at the top of the UFC right now, a lot of fans see him as, like, this. They hold him on like this pedestal, which I understand, but I just feel like in terms of this matchup, it's really a coin toss in terms of who's going to win it. I feel like Yuri has all the tools needed to beat Alex, the unorthodox style. Definitely can throw him off his game because he's used to a more technical style. I can even see him implementing more grappling and maybe even catch him with the submission, kind of similar to how he caught Glover Teixeira. Yeah, I just feel like people are overlooking Yuri a lot right now. I feel like he's going to surprise a lot of people. I got him. I feel like he's going to win it, but I feel like he's going to knock him out, which I feel like might surprise a lot of people because how the last fight went. But I feel like this time around he's going to have more success on the feet, and I feel like the leg kicks might not even affect him as much because of, the injury that Alex just suffered. And with it being so last minute, I feel like Yuri's going to come in a little bit more aggressive. And I feel like that'll benefit him. Alex, he doesn't do too well moving back, and I feel like if Yuri's gonna come in, I feel like if Yuri comes in fast, and pressures him right away, I think it could give Alex some problems. Yeah, that's who I got winning for the main event. I feel like Yuri is gonna knock Alex out in the first or second round. And I feel like if he does win the fight, it also is good for the UFC because then they can put on the trilogy, which would be good because light heavyweight, if we're being honest, isn't even the most interesting division. After these guys, you got Magomed Ankalaev and Jamal Hill, who just got knocked out by Alex Pereira. So I feel like Yuri Prochazka winning is the best case scenario for the UFC, and he's who I have winning. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next time, hopefully, I'm joined by this guy, and he's not missing anymore. But as far as this video goes, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you again for watching. Like, share, comment, all that nonsense.